Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Fatrobzpizza. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Fatrobzpizza again, and we're gonna try to put together a mini ITX computer. Let's see, I've got a ASRock Phantom Gaming A620i Lightning with Wi-Fi. It's DDR4. It's the AM5 socket. And speaking of the AM5 socket, we have a Ryzen 5 8600G, which means it has graphics on the die. So that'll be a good pairing with that. And for a cooler, I have the ID Cooling IS40X V3. It's a low profile, 45 millimeters, so it should fit in the case pretty easy. We already looked at the case in a previous video, which I'll put onto this one. Let's see. Anyway, here's the box. The SKTC A09. It's black, has a lot of ventilation, and I already have the power supply in it, so we'll look at that in a little while. So right now, here's the motherboard, and also straps, SATA data cable, the antennas for the Wi-Fi, we'll probably need that too, an instruction manual, and the tiny screw for a NVMe drive, which we will be using. Let's see, I think that's everything that's in the box. So we're going to build right on the box. All right. In is the motherboard. It's tiny. Anyway, it's got the PCI slot here. It'll take 2 RAM sticks. Power there. Where's front panel? Front panel is the CPU fan. So front panel is probably these right here. And audio is over here on the left. And for the back, we have the network port. We have USB-C, USB all over the place, HDMI out, and then here's for the Wi-Fi antennas. Okay, CPU is going to go under here, and the NVMe will go under here. So open this up here, and that is where the processor is going to go. And this does come with a stock cooler, but I want something with a little more oomph since we're going to be trying to game on this. So here's the processor. The lights are a little bright. It's the AMD Ryzen 5 8600G. Anyway, on this top corner there's a gold triangle, and we're going to match that up with the triangle that's on this socket. So we're just going to gently drop this down, give it a little tap to make sure that it's seated, set that down there, and tighten that cover down. We're going to save this in case we have an issue with the CPU. Okay. So we've got the CPU mounted in this socket. These braces here we won't be using. AMD uses its own brace, so we need to take them off. Okay, we got those brackets off. Looks like the RAM, this is fixed side, so we're going to put them at an angle this way and then snap them down on this side. So we need to mount the cooler. Which comes with these little rubber grommets that we got to put on here. Anyway, that's going to be like a spacer for our fan. It's low profile with the fins here for the radiator. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 heat tubes. Probably a 92 millimeter fan. And that should be plenty. That'll smear and spread out real good. Okay, so the fan header is up here at the top. So we want to get this thing where it's going to plug into the top. We want to fit these in those little rubber grommets. Plug that in. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so I found the right screws. So we're going to put them on. Got this laying where it needs to be. These are going to go through the back plate and then tighten up through to that fan brace. Put this back on to protect the bottom. Flip that over. Got it plugged into the fan header there. Now we've got to put in the memory. And then the, well, actually we could do the SSD first. This is a Gen 4 King Spec XG7000. And I believe this is, oh, it's a 512. Okay, 512 gigabyte. Put that in the angle. And it's going to sit down like this, but this one comes with a heat sink, I guess. I don't want to forget to take off this plastic to allow that thermal pad to actually touch that. So, put this where it goes. Screw it down. This also doesn't get super tight, just snug. Okay, so far so good. We got our NVMe SSD installed. We got the CPU and the cooler installed. Now the memory, we have DDR5. Let's see, these are 16 gigabytes. I got 2 sticks at 6000 and CL30. So that's, now there's a slot there. We want to make sure that it matches up. Push in with it. We'll go to the front side first. Okay, push down. There we go. There it snapped in. Same thing with the second stick. Put that side first. There we go. Then make sure it clicks. Yep. Everything clicked in where it's supposed to. Okay. Okay, so everything's working. USB's in. We got Windows ready to load. We're going to install it onto the NVMe drive. Okay. It is copying Windows files, and we'll finish setup and then get back on here, and I'm going to load this into the case, which is that SKTC A09, and that's a black mini ITX case. It should be in the video before, but just in case, it is. Got ventilation, USB 3 up front, microphone and headphones, power button. Something loose inside. That's the bottom, so there's no vents there, but it's pretty well ventilated. Okay, well, test. Okay, well, my front-facing camera decided it's going to start freezing up, even though I changed the settings down to 720. It's still doing it, so probably have to get a new one. I just ran speed tests. We got to connect it to the internet. We got Windows installed 10. It's updating. I'm trying to install Epic also for the Fortnite test to see if how it games with just a APU and no GPU. But it's all looking good. It's up, and we'll fire this back up when everything's installed. All right. Hey YouTube, Fatrobzpizza back again to finish that micro ITX build. We finally got a power supply that worked. And we tested it for a day or so and everything seems to be working good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this computer built. Here is the micro ITX case. Remember, it was the SKTC A09 mini ITX computer case, 3.8 liters, very small. Okay. Screws that we need. Okay, it already has the front panel and audio and USB cables attached here. The trick is getting this little motherboard in here when it fits so snug and get the power supply mounted like it needs to be, which I think I'm going to put it in and not screw it in until I get the whole thing put together. That sounds like a plan. I haven't tried that part yet. We'll see. These are the power supply screws. They are, can you see that? And then these are the motherboard screws. Okay, power supply is in. We're not using a graphics card. All the front panel and power is hooked up. So I just need to cable manage now, which we're just gonna actually use ones we didn't use or not gonna need. I'm going to zip tie. Okay. We have got the fan, all the wires routed down. Everything's plugged in. Everything's tight. Still got plenty of room here for airflow. I think. Okay, so okay, now hopefully everything is still working. So we're going to plug in our network cable. We've got our keyboard and mouse. Okay. We're not going to hook up the antennas for the wireless yet because we don't need it. We're going to have network here. I got power switch here set to 115. Now everything, now there's no RGB in there, so nothing really is going to light up there. It's mainly this front panel. Can we see the front panel? Okay. Okay, I hooked up another camera. Yep. So now you can see I got windows up. System. We have the AMD Ryzen 5 100G, and that has the Radeon 7760M graphics on the actual CPU. So there's no graphics card in here. Not too shabby. Made the 13th place. But, you know, it did good. There was no stuttering. Everything was smooth. This was a really good running machine. Better than some of the other ones I've built. Anyway, it's the Micro ITX, and it'll be for sale soon. Watch for Facebook Marketplace, and hopefully somewhere local. All right. Peace. The other video shows the gameplay. It actually was really smooth and it was a good experience. We got 32 gigabytes of RAM in this system. We have that low profile CPU cooling fan. It didn't get hot. Everything works really good on this. And so that's a complete build. It has the 512 gigabyte SSD, NVMe SSD for storage. So yeah, this is a good system. It does have a wireless capabilities if you don't have a Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable. So I think it's pretty good. Okay, you know the drill. It'll be for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And if I could ever find anybody local that wants to carry some of these computers for me, there'll be a actual physical place to go to look them over and buy them. So anyway, be excellent.